It's Sunday evening, and we're back with the PE King. Nino Podesta joins us from Cape Town via his couch, which he's relaxed on.
Yeah.
Nino, what a good day it was on Friday for the team. We had lots of compliments. Obviously, from your perspective, it was nice to see you bounce back with a winning bipot. People were in jubilation that Nino was back in the bipot winning queue. And you're going to try and follow up on that. But we have to say at the outset that Monday's Polytrack meeting is a lot tougher than it was at Fairview on Friday.
Good evening, Nico. Yes, you're 100% correct. We're lucky that this wasn't Friday, that tomorrow's meeting wasn't Friday's meeting. And as much as we had a bit of success, I'm still very disappointed with Radiant Love not coming out of the stalls.
Yeah, what actually happened there? I mean, I watched the replay actually about half an hour later, and it didn't move in the gate.
Yeah.
It didn't move. I mean, that was the second best bet, but I mean, it's stiff when that happens. You actually don't get a run for your money.
And you don't know how close I came to bankering that in the PA, and then I decided to add Moon Game in at the last minute. And the people who lost their money in cold blood, absolutely, I was livid, disgusted to lose like that.
Anyway, the PA was the big success on the day. I think 6 times paid over 500 Rand.
Correct.
And people were jumping for joy. Then, of course, yesterday was rained out. Look at the type of day Joburg's had today. It's been beautiful day, but the decision had to be made. And I think at the end of the day, everyone got together, said, let the track dry out sufficiently, give it a couple of days, and let's go to Tuesday. And we're looking forward to returning on a Tuesday for the Summer Cup. I was reading in a report yesterday, was it, last night, that years and years ago, they had a sweepstake kind of race sponsored by one of the banks. I think First National Bank sponsored it, over 1,600 meters. And it was meant to be run on a Saturday, but it was the winner of the big prize. The bank was putting up R1 million or something, was dependent on the saddlecloth of the winning number in the FNB 1600 that was being run, the top mile race. And it poured that whole day, so they had to put it forward to a Tuesday. They went on a Tuesday. So there is history of big meetings moving to a Tuesday. And let's look forward to the Summer Cup running on this Tuesday. Nino, we're going to rush ahead and go through the selections for Monday's Polytrack meeting. By the way, just the one scratching on the card, and it is an important one. Race 6, number 2, Paper Trail is scratched. Reason why I say it's important is because Nino had bankered it in a lot of his bets. It was a nap bet, actually, the Vaughan Marshall runner, and it was a banker in your bipot too, and you've had to adjust that slightly.
Yes, Nico, I didn't know it was scratched. I actually made it one of the best bets on the card. And you told me about half an hour ago when you phoned me that the horse has been scratched, and I had to quickly readjust. And obviously, I went for another horse that I actually had tipped for third, but just as well you phoned me because I wanted to elevate that up in the selection.
Okay, let's go through the card. I'm going to bring up your selections now for the 8 races. By the way, being on the Polytrack, the track condition is always standard. And in addition to that, the millimeters of rain is 15 millimeters of rain they've had in the last 7 days. Okay, let's go to race number 1, first of 8 races. By the way, if you hear any screams and shouts behind me, it's my kids who are watching the Chelsea United game. And as you know, Nino, the house is a huge Chelsea house. And if Chelsea score, you'll know all about it. If Man United score, you also know about it because you won't hear anything. Okay.
So nothing. Well, yeah, I'm in the same camp.
Yeah.
I'm a big Chelsea fan myself.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so the first race is a maiden plate 1,400 meters. In the first race, there are no changes to talk of. Here, the selection is number 3, Arctic Advance. Now, this is the start of the bipot. This horse has been so disappointing, Nino. I mean, no wonder they've gelded it now. I think it's a case of trying to be cruel to be kind, because the 3-year-old gelding has been favorite 1, 2, 4 times and has let the side down. He's now gelded.
Well, that's the key to the race, Nico. The horse has been disappointed and he's not too well drawn, but he's back on the poly and he's coming as a gelding. And you can't but help look at the run behind Safari Blue. That kind of form will be too strong for this field. Let's hope that the gelding has done the trick, and otherwise we're going to have to forget about him. But I think the gelding is what he needed.
Okay, well, Greg Sheen's in terrific form. 3 winners at Kenilworth yesterday afternoon. And that brilliant ride on Regimental. Didn't you think he rode Regimental beautifully for your best bet on Friday?
Nico, that's the only way that horse has to be ridden, from way off the pace. And, you know, like we said on the show, a master stroke, Alan Greer, he put the blinkers on because he knew the 1,000 was a bit too short. We knew that Big Bay was going to fly up in front, and especially with the tailwind. But Regimental just mowed him down like he was standing still.
Okay, so here Arctic Advance tip to win. Trump's Express seems to have been running well in its last few efforts, and was a close-up second last time out on his debut in the province.
Yeah, I'll make that the danger to Arctic Advance, Nico. 1 run on the poly, but I think course and distance over the 14, the same as tomorrow. Very good run behind Jaguar Cat. He's got to be the obvious danger together with Buttercup. It's also got some nice form, and the filly receiving some weight from the colt. Yeah. So I make it between those 3, Nico. And for 4th, I've gone with the 7, but Narcos is also alive for the quartet placing.
Okay, that's the 4 Narcos. Okay, that's the first of the day, and that runs, by the way, at 12:35 tomorrow afternoon. Let's go to the second of the afternoon, and that's off at 1:10 It's a maiden plate fillies and mares. A mile is the distance, 1,600 meters. And in race 2, blinkers go on number 3, Red Rules. That's the change here. And a compression mask on number 10, Flower Seller. Your selection is, and quite a strong selection, if I may say that, is number 11, Jaffa Cake. Now,
I found,
tell us.
Nico, it's a, you know, it's a mediocre kind of maiden. It's a very weak maiden, and I'm just attracted to this What a Winter horse by Duke of Marmalade. It's come from Cape Town, from the Candice Bless, and only had the 1 run over the 1,200, which I think was far too short for it. She's going to love the step in distance. And in this field, she's got to be the improver. And I don't know the price. I'm expecting it to be around 4, 5, maybe 6 to 1.
I'll tell you now. I'll just go to it now while you're speaking. Yeah.
So she's got to be a definite improver against this weak bunch of maidens. I mean, Greywood Spink has had many chances. So, but in saying that, I think this could throw up an upset result. It's one of those maiden races where anything could possibly win it. But I'm going with the Jaffa Cake to show improvement at a nice price. And that is my first choice, to beat Greywood Pink, Countess Cartier, and Cape Diamond. That's my 4 selection.
Okay, there we go. 11, 8, 9, 2. By the way, the horse is 7 to 2 and 4 to 1. You can get 7 to 2 in some places, 4 to 1 others. It seems a bit restricted with the 2 runs, having a look at them at face value, 15 lengths behind and then 10 lengths behind, and only 7 to 2, 4 to 1. So maybe more people on. They haven't put money on it. They just opened it up very short. So let's see what happens with Jaffa Cake. But it is a nice value bet as far as Nino's concerned. 11 to beat 8, Greyswood Pink and Countess Cartier. Actually, Countess Cartier caught the eye when it ran on Tuesday.
It did.
It caught
just,
the eye running on very late in the day. Tatenda
ran on?
Mosikiwa is an ex-Zimbabwean rider.
Yeah, I don't know much about him, but he's had a few rides in PE.
Yeah.
I remember him in. I remember him in Zimbabwe. I don't know if he rode for the Swanson stable, but for one of them.
Could well have. He could well have.
Yeah.
I wanted to just tell you that a Christmas beetle has just flown in onto my computer screen. I don't know whether that's going to be any omen. Did you find any relation to Christmas or to beetle?
No.
Okay.
We'll see as we go along, but just off my mind. Just by the way, you said the Countess Cartier ran on Tuesday. You mean on Friday?
It ran on Tuesday.
Last week, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it ran last week, Tuesday.
So she's had a couple of days to recover. I was just hoping that she never ran on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a chance, Nico. She's definitely in with a chance.
Okay,
and I have included her in the bipot, so I do give it a chance.
Okay, let's move on to the third race of the day. And in race 3, number 7 Gallic Girl has a compression mask on. Kids, Dad's doing a show here. Have some respect. They're starting to kick at the goals, Nino. They've lost interest in the match for some reason. Okay, so Gallic Girl number 7 has a compression mask on. You were watching, yeah?
I said I think it's half time now. That's why
there we go. Makes sense. Okay, let's go on to the third race. It is a fillies and mares 66 handicap. When you see these lowly rated handicap fillies and mares races, you sort of get the shivers, I think, because it's not easy to work it all out. But you're tipping number 2, Bold Decision here, who's the ex-Joburg horse. Yeah,
Nico, as you say, this is a minefield. This is about the hardest, one of the hardest races on the card, and you're going to have to go wide. I'm going with Johan Janssen van Vieren. The stable is coming to form. I think the Joburg form is quite strong. She beat Tula Store, but the run behind Tinder Dry and Princess Kesh catch the eye. I know they've come out to win again, so that's quite strong form line. She's well drawn at 4. She's got Raymond Danielson, the stable jockey, on. She's got to have a good chance as any of the other runners in the field. But a very open race. I'm going 2 to beat 7, Honey Girl. I think that was an ex-Justin horse, was it? Yeah, Justin.
I went down the way back, yeah.
Yeah. She's had 3 or 4 mediocre runs in PE. She could show some improvement. Grenadilla could be a bit of a lurker. The 2000 was too far last time. And on the previous run, when she beat Badra over course and over the distance, but on the turf, and then she ran second to La Duchess over course and distance. So she could be in with a chance. And then my fourth choice is going to be number 5. So it's 2, 7, 6, and 5. Gaelic Girl is my second choice. I think that one was Muzieni, just slightly badly drawn at 11, but she's got some good form. The third behind Lolo Pelosa, and runs behind Twice to Heaven. It's quite strong. So she's also going in the bipod. So for me, 2, 7, 6, and 5.
Well, Bold Decision, of course, comes from the satellite yard of Johan Janssen van Vuren. And as we know, Nino, you took Divine Odyssey to win on the show on Friday. And geez, how well did that horse win? This is the first run for this Johan Janssen van Vuren trained filly. She loves going off to the front. If she enjoys it, she could win by a complete street.
Definitely, Nico. And how well bred is she? She's by dynasty out of a Tamberlane mother. So she's well bred, and the field that she's coming up against is not particularly strong.
Okay, let's move on to the fourth race at 2:25 It's a merit rated 72 handicap over a mile. In race 4, number 3 Zigzag has a compression mask, and number 9 Seattle Beat has got blinkers fitted. Right here, another big field. The top choice for you is Fat Cigar, number 13, to beat El Romiachi, where we got the lot last time.
Yeah, we did get a lot, but he's Fat Cigar is 3 kilos better off with El Romiachi, and I think he could just turn it around. He's well drawn. He was beaten only a neck, a quarter of a length, so you could turn that form around. So I'm going for Fat Cigar to turn the form around with the El Romiachi. That's my second choice. I'm going for number 10. I think Windsock with Muzayeni up. Also got some nice form. That could be a danger. And then number 4 is my fourth choice, and that is First Among Equals, the ex-Glen Cotson inmate.
Yeah.
So I'm going 13 to beat 5, 10, and 4. But because there's plenty others there.
Very closely contested between 13, 5, and 10, because they all ran with each other last time out. It's quite a bit of turnaround between them at the weights. But as you say, 13 Fat Cigar has drawn pretty well and might have the beating of El Romiachi. Although I still respect El Romiachi, he's done us a good turn in the past. And yeah, he's just getting settled into life in the Eastern Cape. So that is, as Nino said, quite a competitive event. As we move on to race 5, a merit rated 71 handicap. It's a sprint, 1,000 meters. It runs at 3 o'clock. And in race 5, number 9 Q is VAR has a compression mask on. That's the change in the 5th race. And here you're going for number 7, Line of Power. Now you like this one very strongly. Yeah,
I do, Nico. They're usually progressive horses that come from the Cape and win so well first time out. They usually follow up on it. So I think he's going to be very, very hard to beat. And just to make this race short, I think only Magic Sailor is his danger.
Okay,
but I'm taking a chance in the bipot, and I'm banking Line of Power. But I do respect Vaughan Marshall's Magic Sailor.
Okay, so Magic Sailor, the Vaughan Marshall's 7-year-old, he's done well at this course, hasn't he? Course and distance, 6 runs for 3 wins. So 50% of the times he's visited the Polytrack, he's won over this trip, and 2 fourths as well. So there we go. So a big confident selection, Line of Power for Nino and his followers. And just to let you know that price is 9 to 10 currently. Probably a bit of even money still available on a Sunday night. You can start off your week off well by doubling your money. If you want to just have a straight bet on one horse, Nino suggesting Line of Power. On we move to the 6th of the day. Let's page through to that. Race 6 off at 25 to 4 is a graduation plate, 1,300 meters. And in race 6, the change, no changes. I thought there was a change in race 6, but there isn't. Oh, yes, there is. They're scratching. We mentioned the scratching earlier. Number 2, Paper Trail. That comes out now. You had originally tipped them 2, the scratching ahead of 5 and 8. But when I phoned you to confirm that 2 was out, you said, Nico, I'm going 8 to beat 5. Why have you changed?
I've changed because the 5 hasn't run on the poly yet, Nico, and it's an ex-Vaughan Marshall horse. He's had one run on the, look, he's run against strong horses in P. He's had the one run on the 2. Was only 1 and a quarter lengths behind Fly My Flag. And remember that Global Drummer was behind him on that day. So he actually ran, I think, ahead of Global Drummer. He ran behind Hoedspruit. So he's bringing strong form into P. I'm just a little bit concerned over the distance. Might be just a little bit too short for him, the 1,300. Whereas my first selection, Glacier Gold, he's had the run on the poly. He was only beaten. Look at the runs on the poly behind Tarantino and Joyful Nose. those are top horses, Nico. And if he does get beat, I'm positive that he should run in the first two. I can. So Glacier Gold, but now with the scratching of Paper Trail, horses like Green Light to Heaven. The horse has got good form on the poly in Durban. He beat Master of Destiny. He ran behind a very good horse in Shakerton Skeeper. So if he comes there running, if he comes out running, that could be a big danger as well. And Mesmerizing Moon, she's been disappointing. I don't quite think she's good enough to beat this lot, but she could run in the back end of the quartet.
Well, strictly on ratings, No Laying Up is well clear of them and quite a distance clear. I cannot believe that at one stage this horse was rated 109. Wow.
Yeah, Nico, I don't want to go into merit ratings with you. You know what I think about merit rating.
Yeah.
So that's a discussion for another day when we've got time. He's been rated because he's probably run against some good horses. Like
Yeah, true, but I mean, strictly on ratings, okay, he should win by half the race course.
Well, if ratings are anything to go by, you must remember ratings are done by independent tipsters, and they take line horses. We don't know how that rating came about, but he has run behind horses like Tempting Fate.
Yeah,
but then he's also run 20.
Battle Force.
Yeah, but then
he ran 2 lengths of Battle Force in a Group 1.
Yeah, but then he ran 24 lengths behind World Oyster.
Yeah, not striding out. Look, they put the tongue tie on. That could be a thing. And Tara Lang was in good form. Tara and Gavin Fenter had 3 horses in Quebec on Friday. They had a second, a third, and a first, I think. I think those were their 3 results. They had 3 horses, a first, a second, and a third for Etienne Braun. This is for another owner, but it's not Etienne. But anyway, that's it. 8 from 5, 1 and 6 is race number 6. As we move on to 7.
Yeah, just quickly, and they both 5 and 8 are both bred by Water Winter. So you could have a 1-2 for the sire.
Okay, race 7 at 4:05 is a fillies and mares 69 divided handicap. It's a sprint over 1,200 meters. And in race 7, number 3 English Princess has a compression mask, as does number 6 Blind Love. Those 2 race with compression masks. Here, you're tipping number 5 Pam's Princess. Now, let me tell you about something about her. I was at the sales a couple of weeks ago, and I was watching Jean Nell watching Pam's Princess. I think Richard Faree was meant to ride it, and he was stood down. So Louis Kotwa got the ride, and it ran 3rd to Vizo's Magic. But I told him that I'd liked it before the race. He said, Nico, she's okay. She'll win soon. And I'm glad you've tipped her for first, because I would be doing exactly the same.
Yeah, Nico, it's a bit of an open race. I've gone with Pam's Princess, like you say. I like the booking of Louis Macoxa. In actual fact, I like the fact that he stays with this filly. She's well drawn at 2. She could have, let's just see the turnaround in weights with Vizo's Magic. She carried 56.5, she goes up 1. And Vizo's Magic
goes up 2.
Goes up 2. So she's a kilo better off for a 3/4, just over a length, I suppose.
2 lengths, yeah.
2 lengths. So she should get much closer to him. But also,
the distance.
Vizo's Magic was, yeah, but Vizo's Magic was badly drawn last time, where she was well drawn. And now he gets a better draw. So that 1 length might not be enough. I do think it's between the 2 of them. So let's see what happens. And then number 4.
Yeah, you've gone for cute Cossacks. The blinkers are off this filly.
The blinkers are off this horse. So that could be the danger. But I do make it between 5, 4, 2, and 8. Those are my 4 choices, and I can't see anything else winning.
Okay, so restricted to 4 choices there, 5, 4, 2, and 8. As we move on to the last race, And race number 8 on the card is due off at 25-5. It's a fillies and mares 84 divided handicap, a nice race to end of proceedings over 1,200 meters. And in race 8, number 4, Stella Act, has a tongue tie on. No blinkers for number 11, All Things Nice. Last race of the day, quite a competitive lineup too, but you're going for Afternoon Tea, our good friend, our filly Afternoon Tea, to win it.
Nico, I've got to go for her because she's done absolutely nothing wrong since she's come from the Transvaal. She's over the right distance, and look, she showed that she can handle the Poly when she ran third under a length behind Dive Captain, and she's got to be a big runner. In saying that, I found a big horse at a big price that could improve, and I've actually made it a value for Traffic and Quartets, and that is Stella Act. She takes a big jump down in class. She's run behind horses like Santa Therese, Williams Lane, Captain Fontaine. She's had the two couple of runs in PE. I think she's ready to run a big race here now.
Okay, then third, number 8, Heron. Just on Heron, I don't know if our friend from New Zealand is watching. Auctioneer Steve Davis and his wife have shares in this horse with the Scribanti family. So Heron, you've tipped for third.
Yeah, she's also been running against some strong horses. She's got Greg Sheena, so she could be a runner. And then Bad Habit also, for those that are playing the big sixes. I haven't tipped Variety Breeze because I think it's a 1,000-meter horse. He struggles over the 12, but racing has been. I mean, we've made mistakes before, so if the horse does stay the extra 200, he could be a big runner. And another one that could cause an upset is a horse called Shine a Light. So, yeah. But Afternoon Tea, my clear first choice.
Okay, Nino, it leaves us to do the bipot numbers as well as the best bet and value bet. I'll let you get your bearings first because I'll go through the best and value bet. By the way, folks, Nino did have the Marshall horse as his best bet, the one that's scratched. But he's obviously had to take that out of his best bets. But let's quickly have a look at the only best bet on the card. It comes up in race 5. It's number 7, Line of Power. I think you can get even money. He did have, as I said, Paper Trail, but that's scratched. The value bets, as you heard, race 2, number 11, Jaffa Cake. Currently at about 4-1, and you heard in the last race, race 8, number 4, Stella Act is as big as 25-1, Nino. Stella Act, yeah, 25-1.
Nico, I'm putting that as a value to run in the places. I don't think she can beat the Afternoon Tea, but she can definitely run in the places. Okay, and it's a big price, and you can't get hurt at that.
Absolutely, that's
so. Just to let the people know, just let the people know that Stella Act is a place bet, a value place bet.
Nino, bipot. Yes. You were in form, you won the bipot, you got a bit of profit. It's not like you to spend this type of money, 480 Rand. Originally, you had banked at Vaughan Marshall's horse in the last leg, but that opens up a little bit now. You've put no laying up and your first choice in there. But 480 Rand, you can take a percentage. 10% costs you 48 Rand. 5% will cost you 24 Rand. And if you want to take 20%, it costs you under 100 Rand. Let's run through it with the viewers here.
Okay, I'm going to run through this, Pim, and I'm also going to advise them what I would do to bring it down. So in the first leg, I'm going Trumps Express, number 2, number 3, Arctic Advance, and number 8, Buttercup. In my own one, I would take a chance and bank of Arctic Advance. Right? Second leg, I'm going 2, 8, 9, and 11, which is number 2, Cape Diamond, Greywood Spink, number 8, number 9, Countess Courtier, and number 11, Jaffa Cake. And I wouldn't take anything out. I would probably add whatever people like. Third leg, again, Bold Decision, number 2, Grenadella, number 5, Honey Pie, number 6, and Gaelic Girl, number 7. And here again, if people find something they can add. Race 4, again, another open race. Euphoric, I'm putting that in for an upset. I'm putting them first among equal, number 4, number 5, El Romanacci, number 10, Windsock, and number 13, Fat Cigar. Now, for people that can't afford it, they could take a chance and go 5 and 13. El Romanacci and Fat Cigar. I'm banking in Line of Power.
Right.
That's my banker. I can't see it running out of the first two. Like I said, I think the only danger is Magic Sailor. And the last leg now, where I had a best bet, that's been scratched. So I'm putting in 5 and 8. Number 5, No Lane Up, and number 8, Glacier Gold. The two Water Winter horses, the one is a filly and the other one's a gelding. So
Okay.
that's my perm.
There we go. It's up on the screen for you. 480 Rand. That is the perm for Nino Podesta. By the way, just very, very quickly, Nino, I'm going to just use some of our time. I don't have much battery power left, but I just wanted to remind everyone that obviously with the Turffontein meeting having moved from Saturday to Tuesday, it does offer people an opportunity to come in for 100 Rand to get our Supreme Summer Cup tipping package. Now, I know that we didn't include the Monday meeting in, but we weren't aware at that stage of racing continuing on Tuesday. But if you are interested, you can still get on board Tuesday's selections. You just need to let us know before Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. I think we'll close this again. It'll cost you 100 Rand. And there is the news. You can just put your 100 Rand into the FNB current account number 6290552831 and communicate with us on that. Right, Nino, I have to say cheers because my battery's about to go bang. So we're going to make a quick and easy end. Thank you very much for your time on the Sunday evening. Enjoy the racing and all the best with Line of Power tomorrow.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you, and yeah, hopefully Line of Power makes a beeline to the winning post.
Thanks a lot, Nino Podesta, the king of PE racing.